couldn't eat meat, and now I can.
Yeah.
Do you want to become his disciple too? Who won't wear the ribbon?
What was it? What was it really? I couldn't see, but now I can, or I couldn't walk.
I couldn't see.
Here we go.
You were steeped in sin at birth.
And 5.
Wait, what do I do? This? Oh,
Yeah, J, the part that says J.
okay. Sorry.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It is lunchtime in Rome. Tonight's episode 326 is entitled Episode 326. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is lunchtime in Rome.
I was not ready.
No, I've never done that part before. So
No, it's a whole new time at the table. We streamline. We're efficient.
Yeah.
I wore a shirt I haven't worn in like 5 years. On the bottom backhand corner of the dresser or drawer.
Does it make you want to clean your drawers out?
No.
Oh, okay. Why did you wear that then?
I'm not a big green guy, but I was like, I haven't worn that in a while. It's got the flag on it.
I feel like if I had to pick a color, somebody said, "What color does Jay wear a lot?"
You'd say
T-shirts. I
green?
would say green.
Yeah, you'd be wrong.
Yeah.
Black, red, white. That's about
I
it.
may start to take an informal poll now every time.
I cannot think of another green shirt that I own. As far as t-shirts.
Yeah. Isn't there like an army shirt?
Army, it's black.
Kind of looks like it.
What?
That kind of
Yeah,
looks,
kinda
like,
looks
an
like
army
it. Is this yeah, it's a Till Valhalla project.
What's that? Like Wounded Warriors?
Similar but different. It is a private for-profit company, but with each t-shirt that they sell, they put money aside and they help Gold Star families honor their lost loved ones. Because I like it that they're for profit. They're like, no, we're making money on this, but we're going to put a little aside and honor some Gold Star families, which are families whose loved ones have died serving in the armed forces.
And Mary Lynn and Big Guy are
Big with the
extremely
Gold Star
involved.
families. Marilyn has had a lot of impact on Gold Star moms and has endured some great emotional responding and mourning with those who mourn with Gold Star moms who have maybe had a little too much to drink at a really fancy function and had to take care of a very sad lady. And she's done a good job of that.
That is the Lord's work.
That is the Lord's work.
That very.
Because how do you say, like, I'm sorry you lost your son,
Maybe you shouldn't drink.
but don't drink so much,
Yeah.
or let's go for a walk
Yeah.
right now and don't take a swing at me because I don't have any right to
Right.
not get hit by you, but still.
Yeah.
Wow, we started off on a strong note tonight, have we not? Hey, everybody, Brian's back.
Right?
If you've done
I put the ball on.
Yeah. So apparently everything's changed.
that. Everything's changed, baby.
That's all right. Change is good.
Have you changed?
I should hope so. I mean, I
You're pretty top notch when you left, man.
would love parts of me to remain the same and definitely parts to be changed.
So what's new?
Well, a lot of things.
Where have you been? What's going on? What are the highlights? What are the lowlights? Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
I
blah.
mean,
rejoice more and rejoice more.
so this weekend I put up a
Oh, I heard.
permanent structure up at the pool.
I
you
heard it was
know.
pretty easy.
It wasn't. It actually wasn't too. All things considered, it wasn't too. All things considered, it wasn't too bad. It was a pretty good kit. I'd say 80% of it I enjoyed. But then when I had to put the roof on, it's like it's got these geometric panels that allow the sun to come through. But I would start to put one row up, and then the row I put up on the other side fell out, and then it just became this. Like I haven't lost my mind in a while, and I didn't quite lose it there, but I was getting close. Like I had things falling. In
You
the
weren't
pool.
sure where it was a
I
couple
wasn't- yeah,
times.
it was, I didn't know what to do, and it was starting to get late, and we were supposed to get a thunderstorm, and it was kind of like, I really got to get this ceiling on
Yeah.
tonight because this is the meal.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah, you haven't been over it yet.
I-
You haven't seen it. You haven't been
Nah,
over it.
I mean, we've been over, but not since you
not
put
with
that
that.
up.
Yeah.
So did you get it done that night?
I did get it done.
Nice.
99% of it, and then Sunday morning I was able to, put it has a privacy screen, and yeah, it's pretty fancy. So that's something I've done. I was actually gonna. Are we cool to talk about food? Because I was out in Long Island at the beginning of the month, and I found a Colombian restaurant called Sabor a Colombia.
Yeah.
And
See.
like they spoke English, but everybody in there was speaking Spanish. They
Nice,
spoke English to
yeah.
me,
Right.
but everybody in there was speaking Spanish. They had this really great singer. She was fantastic, but she was like kind of like lounge singer, walking around the room singing, and
Irish jigs.
yeah, right.
It really didn't make any sense,
Romanian,
but it was great.
Romanian
Yeah.
songs. But like I did have this like because she was going around and singing to tables and like
Oh, that's a little much.
looking at people as she's singing. I'm like, well,
Trying to
she
get that
comes and
tip.
sings to me. I will have no idea, and this will be kind of awkward. 'Cause
And you're
I
by
was just like,
yourself?
yeah, I was by myself.
Oh boy.
So, but the meal was it was.
What was it? Like,
And this was this was up in New York.
Yeah,
Okay.
Long Island. I
Yeah.
had. I mean, it was meat. It was, but the plantains are what stuck out to me.
I do like a
if you
plantain.
a really well done.
never had a really
plantain,
good plantain.
This was the place to go.
Don't know if I've had a
And,
bad plantain.
for under $30 a person. It was one of the best meals I've had in a long time.
Wow.
Very impressed with it.
Yeah, later on tonight, the food question will be, what is the best food you've had recently? So is that your answer already?
That I think will be my answer. I also wanted to say I got an Epicurean cutting board, which I don't know if anybody knows what those are.
I've
I've certainly heard of the term.
Yeah, I don't know what they are either, but I really like the way it cuts.
I don't know.
really like the way.
What's the term?
Meat. I don't know what
Is it the brand?
I don't know.
Only
it's a-
there was a way.
It's a black cutting board, and Lex said that the smell of it reminds her of almost of like those old puzzles that you get like when you're kids and they're like the puzzle pieces are huge. You know the smell? Like you open up a puzzle.
Cardboard?
Yeah, but like the cutting board isn't. I don't think it's cardboard. It just cuts.
You
Really
know, I'll
nice
tell you what
and-
they are.
What are they?
They are premium American-made kitchen boards crafted from an eco-friendly, you turn green on us, wood fiber
Send it back.
composite Richlight. Highly favored by chefs and home cooks alike.
So
They are thin, lightweight, knife-friendly, non-porous, and dishwasher safe.
Oh, dishwasher
it is
safe.
very nice. It is very
Mm.
nice.
Because we got a new set of wood, and we wash them by hand.
Mm.
But not
Yeah.
that it's a huge deal. But
Yeah.
Like a good cutting
So
board.
is Epicure? Is it the name brand or
I think it's a style.
okay? So
Epi meaning composite, Curian meaning no pores.
well, okay.
I made that part up.
Yeah, it sounded.
It was
very-
fun though.
Yeah, sounded good.
And I might be right.
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe, maybe not. What's it to me? Well, that's
Um,
awesome. You look good and you've seemed
you.
good. You
Yeah.
know, for those of you who don't sit at or that, okay, we still see Brian all the time. He just hasn't been on the
Right.
podcast. So it's not like we haven't seen him. And you've been seemingly doing well and balancing a lot.
Mhm.
Work-life balance, as more serious people than us talk about.
Yeah.
Finding that.
It's a every day is an adventure. But yeah, I'm doing really well.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
How are you guys?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm at a really cool finish line. Young Life Camp leaves tomorrow at 6 a.m. and I'm officially not going, and that is an accomplishment.
Wait, you're not going?
I'm not going.
Oh,
So
has that always been the plan?
No, it was always an option
Okay.
because
I feel
Jared.
like that was the plan, and it's can we make this happen plan? You know what I mean? Because you said it's an accomplishment.
Well, but here's why it's an accomplishment.
Okay.
Because we have leaders so we have a full-time staff guy in Jared who has sat with us at the table, and he's really stepped up and shown, yeah, I can lead this trip, because otherwise I have to be the trip leader. I can't just I could send first-time volunteers to go on a camp trip. Other people do it, but you don't want to. And if I can go, I would go. But Jared has proven, yeah, I can do it. I can be the trip leader. And then also with Christina and Julian and Joe and Julia,
They're all going.
they're all going.
Oh, okay.
And then Amani and Eli is a guy from Woodland Hills. So they're our Woodland Hills leaders.
Lonnie, who's been a guest on. here.
Correct.
Yep.
They're good to go. And it's been so great in these last couple months watching the leaders grow in their ability. Like, specifically, I'll just call her out on it. Christina has gone from being a hardworking social worker mom to kids to really earning the right to be heard and leading kids and just being a workhorse and helping Raylan with the cookie sale. And
Yeah.
we sold over 60 dozen cookies for kids to go to camp. And just like anything else I do, like my idea was all the kids who are going to camp could sell cookies and they would make $6 a dozen, and Raylan would get 2 because Raylan likes to bake. And no kid sold cookies. So all 60 dozen came from our church or our leaders and their friends and
lot of
everything else
cookies.
is a lot. Well, like Christine figured out, they probably spent 16 hours with Raylan in the process of making and putting
Wow.
together.
That's such a commitment.
That's the Lord's work.
That is.
You know,
that's being hands and feet right there.
It's almost like you wish he didn't know the Lord so he can come to know the Lord after it, but he already knows the Lord.
So it's kind of wasted.
But it's been cool because he's been coming to church. Like of all of our Young Life kids, he's really the only one who's regularly come to church. And the church has just adopted him. And like people handed me checks. This is for Jalen's camp trip. And I'm like, no, it's Raylan, but thank you. Thank you. Because he doesn't have a lot of money. And so that's just, so the point is, but also we ended up, like as we sit here right now, bus leaves 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. There's always somebody drops off, somebody adds on, but we should be at 25 or 26 total kids from Penn Hills and Woodland Hills with only 6 kids coming from Woodland Hills, which is actually kind of bad for them. But, you know, not long ago, I was like, we're at 10.
Yeah.
And it's just been a great spiritual journey for me in abiding in the Lord and not striving for the Lord. And I mean, just
Huge difference.
2 nights
All the
ago,
difference.
I think I was laying in bed and I said, Lord, I don't know how to do this. I said, I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do and I get it and I can come up with any plan I want. I just need you to do it. And that's, you know, and so we had a committee meeting before the podcast tonight of the Young Life Committee who helps represent the ministry and helps raise money for the ministry. And it was just so like they were blown away. And I was just telling stories of leaders going after kids and just even like Christina and Julian are leaving. They're driving separately for camp because they both have to work tomorrow. So they're driving separately 7 hours to Michigan at 3:00. But I said, hey, we had a leadership training last night because we have 4 first-time leaders, 5 actually, including Eli. And I said to Jared and Amani, I said, do you want me to lead it? And then you guys can chime in, or do you guys want to lead it? And they said, no, let us lead it. And then you clean up what we miss. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And so one of the things they were talking about is it starts before you even get on the bus and make sure you meet the parents and say hi to the parents. And I could see Christina's gears turning because she's not going to be at the bus. And then she said, well, I mean, we don't work till like 9. So, I mean, I guess we could go to the bus at 5:45. I mean, that's
To wake up and go
to go meet parents
Yep.
and say hi to the kids before they get on the bus and say, I'll see you later tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess I'll go now. I was kind of 50-50. I mean, I can stay up till 5:45. I don't like to get up at 5:45. So it's just, oh, so I was talking about their singing their praises and everything else. And they were blown away that, you know, and we're going over the names and it's so funny, just the different names. And I'm spelling the names for all the committee members. And it's funny because Donnie and Tiffany are both people of color, African Americans. And there's one girl's name that I had to spell it 3 different times. And Tiffany is like, I just like Tiffany. Whatever happened to Tiffany? And I'm like, I'm not allowed to comment on this. And the next kid's name was Blake.
Yeah.
Blake.
And I went, well, no, I said,
Balake.
yeah. I said, Blake, could be Balake. Nobody knows for sure.
Son of a.
Yeah. So I'm just very proud of them. It's been a huge burden for me that I've tried to not have it be a burden. We've had many people support us financially. An interesting sidebar is, well, I don't even go there. In some ways, I didn't raise as much money as I did for fall weekend. That's an interesting thing. But, you know, we should be close to the number we need. You know, Brian, you and Lex were great, and other people have been wonderful. I did have one couple say to me, hey, Jay, so it costs $900 for kids to go to camp, but we only charge them $450 because they can't pay $450, let alone $900. So people were saying, hey, I want to sponsor a kid. Here's $450. I had a parent come up to me, not a parent, but people I know, who said, you took my kid to camp 20 years ago. And I don't know what we paid, but I know we didn't pay much. So we want to pay for 2 kids to go to
Wow.
camp. And he handed me a
That's
check
awesome.
for $900.
That's awesome.
And I told RD, who was Rachel's Young Life leader, and he's on the committee with us. He goes, oh, that's like paying it forward in reverse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But here, RD is 67 years old, was on staff for 40 years. He's on the committee now. And when we started to pray tonight, he broke down and just started crying and was just so humbled and so excited for the kids. And so that's it's just such a neat thing for you guys at the table to all be a part of that and the community to be a part of that. And who knows? And even like we only have 3 Penn Hills girls definitely going. And that's been a huge heartbreak because we've had some other girls signed up, and one dad was afraid that his daughter's going to get kidnapped. And so I sent him this big long text because he kind of stopped picking up my calls. And I explained there's one rest stop, then they're having lunch, then they'll be at camp. I said, with all due respect, sir, she's going to be far safer there than she will be at a week at home. And that didn't work.
Yeah.
But like 2 of the girls are volleyball players. Well, Abby and all the other 8th graders who are coming up, well, they're volleyball players. And so it's sort of like, oh God, is that what you're doing? Are you setting it up this way? And I'm sure he'll be like, no, not at all. You're way off. So the other exciting news that I have is tonight we last week went to Lydia's wedding. That's Marcy and Rich's older daughter, Mia's sister. 97 degrees outside in Martinsburg, West Virginia. So that was cool. But now that means that Mia and Hatton are on the deck because they got engaged in the last couple months. And tonight we were looking at pictures from the wedding and telling stories and everything else before my committee meeting. And I'm just sitting there talking to Mia, and she looks at me, she goes, so, with a mouthful of pizza, you want to marry us? And like, Hatton's not even there. And it was just so nonchalant. Like when
Wait, Mia
is getting married to Hatton, her boyfriend.
really?
Yes. She's 23.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I
okay.
mean, they've been dating for a while, and
Yeah.
I think she was waiting for Lydia to get out of the way.
Gotcha.
But
Wow.
but it was so funny because like Tyler and Kira had asked me to marry them, and like they pulled me into a private room and real quiet with a mouthful of pizza. You want to marry us? And I was like, does Hatton know? She's like, yeah, he's on board. He's on board. So I'm really honored that she's asked me to do that. And they live in, I mean, she's moving to Lynchburg where she went to school at Liberty. And that's where a lot of really good disc golf courses and foundation disc golf are. So I'm probably going to have to go there a lot for the pre-marriage
right,
teaching. It'd be too
right,
much
yeah.
to ask them to come here.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
I got to go.
When is that happening?
That's not solidified, but like this year, like
Okay.
Really?
So we should
October,
talk, we should
November.
talk about one of those times that you're going to go down.
yeah, you know what? I might
Yeah.
need help.
Yeah.
You know,
A fall trip sounds about right.
absolutely.
Yeah. I like that.
So Eric, you're top notch.
I was thinking about that as you guys were talking, like how I want to set this up. So, we always talk about getting to Maggie's birthday.
It's coming.
Things have been really busy. We just finished our wedding tour of 2026
Yeah,
on
3 of them?
Saturday. Four.
Four's
Yeah.
a big number.
4 since
That can put you out some
It's
cash.
a lot of weddings.
Yeah, 4 since April, I think.
Yeah.
March. Yeah, whatever. Can't remember.
They all run together.
Yeah.
Charge.
No, all have been different and unique. Different stages of life, which is interesting. And this one happened to be
A couple 80-year-olds.
Amy's. No, but older. This was probably the oldest one, I think. The woman that got married was our maid of honor in our wedding. Amy's best friend. And it was interesting because we went there, and it was in Johnstown, PA. And
Where?
Johnstown.
Thank you.
And we saw a lot of people from high school, and it was just weird seeing everybody. Like, we're in our 40s, so we're well out of high school, and it's just, and we haven't there hasn't been I think there's been a high school reunion, but we didn't go.
Right.
Facebook happened, and back then, and we know we
About
know we
all
know.
you need.
But it was good talking to people, from back then, and it was good. And this week has just been crazy with work. At the end of Monday, my Tuesday had filled like to the rafters, and okay. And I don't know what that reaction.
You will.
Okay. And we made a game time decision, and I asked Amy, I was like, can you message her camp and see if they can take her tomorrow? Because originally she was going to stay home, but I was like, there's no way that she can be home and I'm going to get anything done, because it's just the way it is. Because we're in this transition from school to summer schedule. So we got covers there, so I was able to get all the things, attend all the things, and do all the things I need to get done. So it's like I said, I'm okay.
Yeah, you're managing it.
But I also can't wait to go to the beach.
Sure.
Right. So
Sure.
kind of counting the days to that, but I'm not
Wishing your life away.
My head's above water, So there is that. But things are good. Maggie had her first playoff game yesterday. She played incredibly. Her team played I think the best we've seen. and they won their first playoff game. And our next
Nice.
one is supposed to be tomorrow night, so hopefully the weather isn't too crazy. Over
You
the
had
next
some
day.
fans in attendance?
We had Big Guy and Mary Lynn
Wow.
came to the game, and she loved that. She kept on looking over at them. It was really cute, which feeds a need for Mary Lynn, I know greatly. So
Just, yeah.
so that was great.
Everyone's number one cheerleader.
And she's always asked, like, when's her next game? I want to see if we can make it, and all that kind of stuff. So that was great. And then one of my biggest highlights is I threw an ace.
That's what it was. That's why I made the face.
I threw a legit ace because my first ace.
That was legit.
The first ace, it's not what I meant to do though. Like, it skipped in. The wind took it a little bit.
It did. It did.
It was like, I remember, like,
Oh,
God was like, I'm gonna help this one, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna push it a little left for you, buddy. But this one, I threw it. Pool felt great because I've been really working on my backhand. And what number basket is that's 8? 8 on the course of the top.
9 up top.
9 up top, and threw it. And I remember Jay saying, like, it was up in the air, and it was sharp downward, left to right, and Jay
Right
was
to
like,
left, but whatever,
right
it's
to left,
fine.
yeah. And Jay was like, dive as it was
dive.
going down, and it just nailed the chains on from right to left.
went in.
And man, it was. I think all of Penn Hills probably heard me scream.
221 uphill.
Yeah, it
And
was
that's
awesome.
arguably 30 feet farther than you used to be able to throw.
Yeah,
Like, you used to barely clear the parking lot with your backhand.
yeah. So we're improving. We're
Oh, it's
improving.
such a good throw. It was
I-
exactly what you meant to do, too.
Yeah.
Like, it was just right at the basket, then,
I feel like if I can get to like 250, my game's gonna change
oh, yeah.
a good bit.
You'll get there.
Yeah. And I feel, because I was throwing at the field, I was throwing like 225, 230, 233 with my driving discs,
Mhm.
when I was working on my throw the other day. I need to give you your stuff. So yeah, good. Plugging along. Can't wait till vacation. Very much looking forward to it.
Congrats on the ace.
Thanks, man.
It's his second. He
It
has
was
2
awesome.
now.
Yeah.
And it was cool because I said, now you're one ahead of Ben, because Ben ace number 1, which is the least legitimate ace around.
Yeah.
And especially he threw it 100 miles an hour and the cage got in the way. It would have gone 200 feet past. But it was so funny because Joe goes, yeah, I don't even have one yet. And I was like, well, no, you don't. He's had some close calls, but
Yeah.
so no,
He'll
that's,
get there. He'll get there.
or he may not.
Or am I not?
I think he will.
May I also shout out my dad, 75th birthday on the 15th. So
Yeah.
3/4 of a century.
Happy birthday, Papa.
Yeah, I missed that one. Yeah, I'm sure he talked about it too. Heard from everybody. Not Jay though.
Yeah, no, he's really hurt.
75.
75, 3/4 of a century.
It's a great 75.
Yeah, and Lex
Sound
and I-
body, sound.
Lex, that's exactly
mind.
what Lex and I were saying. This, yeah, it's exactly what we were saying today. Like, sometimes we're hard on my parents, but it is amazing to see them just chugging away. And
Yeah.
I mean, like my mom, she's had 2 major surgeries in the last 10 years where some of her guts were removed. And she'll be 75 this coming January. So God bless them both. God bless my dad, 75.
Love them both.
The old curmudgeon.
So we have, if you haven't been with us in a while, we've changed the format here, and quite simply, all we do, for the most part, is Romans 12:15. We rejoice with those who rejoice, and we mourn with those who mourn, and we show how other people tend to miss the mark.
Yeah.
And this week, we're giving an update.
And we are still planning to have people on.
Oh, for sure.
And I do have a couple people in mind
Good.
for that. So I'm going to reach out and try to schedule and get them on the books.
That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. So Bethany, as you know, who has her twins that have been in and out of Children's Hospital their whole lives, and she's been battling. And each week we've been updating what's been going on.
And she frequently sits at the virtual
Yes.
head of the table. I'll
Yes.
say. Why not?
She said, Joey's doing well, enjoying time at the children's home. JJ, her other son, and I started learning about trach care today because he finally got his trach put in a couple weeks ago.
man.
And it'll be another 2 to 3 weeks before we're ready to go home. But JJ says he's already feeling better. We still have a ways to go, but we're making it through.
Wow.
And
Praying for you. And man,
well, and here was my comfort my joining her, not
Yeah.
comfort, my joining her. I went little by little, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because that's it. It's like those are victories.
Right.
Victories on a tragic journey that, barring a miracle, ends in what nobody wants to have happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, that's it. Little by little.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Today, this thing is
today's a
wonderful.
win.
We
It's
have
a wonderful
today.
thing.
Today
Did
is
we
a win.
survive? Great.
Yep. Survive. Stand, if you will.
Stand.
Some would say.
It's a good book.
Write a book about it.
But she just bought a bunch more. So that's been a good thing. But
Love that.
so how would people screw up? Is she says, hey, listen, I was able to do this, and she gives that update. How does somebody screw it up? Responding to her.
See, I'm not as good as you are with this.
Yeah, but what about all the other stuff?
Yeah, well, no, yes, but also, like, she's rejoicing.
Mm-hmm.
So that could very easily go, I know, but it's just so hard.
Oh yeah.
And you're like,
yeah.
no, I'm not there now.
Right.
It reminds me
just-
of Tony and with
Sure.
you. Like
no,
it's- you gotta
we're
be
doing okay.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You can't be.
You can't be doing
be
it. How
okay.
are you doing it? But yeah, celebrate when yeah.
They very easily could miss it, or the condescending. Oh wow, that's so great, and you're like, you don't really mean that. Like
Yeah.
you're looking at me saying, I'm so glad I'm not you right now, and I know that, but let's just be honest about it.
Yeah.
That's what I think would be it. I mean, nobody's going to say, yeah, but you know what?
I love that we're doing this because then you can ask yourself, what's the opposite of that? You know what I mean? Like in trying to comfort somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of go back to when you and I did that thing at the church last month, and you told your whole Trey story, and then the lady comes up to you and said,
Hold on. No, it's a very important part because I couldn't have been more lost. I thought you were talking about our church.
Oh, that's funny. I knew
no.
exactly what you were talking about.
And I was going, when did
Prime
we,
time.
When did we?
The prime
I'm making
time
fun of
the
I'm
prime
making-
timers.
I'm making fun of Rome being 75. No recollection of what this was.
No.
Yes, that event.
because
She was angry.
honestly, like your talk that morning brought tears to my eyes.
Oh.
The way that you told it, and then this, I'm mad. I'm mad.
I'm so angry God didn't heal Trey. I know it's today. Me too. I don't know. Except no, I'm not, because it's what it is. You
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
hey, we got this lady named Sally Feeney Her. She said, my sister and I spent the day with Abby shopping for items and some clothes for her trip to Faith Camp and her missions trip to the Dominican Republic. Grandchildren are such a blessing.
Who cares? I did it. I got it.
You're doing the negative one.
Yeah, I'm doing
Oh, I
the
thought that was your actual response.
I just,
It just,
I was
you
like,
had all this pent up anger at
No.
Sally, and it just came out all at once.
I mean, she's just no, not that at all. She was just has so many things to celebrate in that post. And I just went with whatever.
I don't think that, I don't know who would say that per se. I think people might think that.
Yeah.
But is there a more proud grandparent than
Right.
Sally Feeney Her?
Right.
Probably, but I don't know him.
I don't know him.
I mean, and
Proudest one
so
I know.
Well, and again, that goes back to what Lex and I were talking about my parents. Is like it's such a blessing for us to be able to see how much time they have to spend on my kids' timeline. You know, like to see how
Yeah.
like it's significant. And it really is fun to watch.
well, and the fact that I'm sure Abby had a great time,
She had a fantastic time.
and the fact that that's a good thing. Like,
Yes.
I did a funeral recently, and I spoke of my grandmother, and I said she was one of the meanest people I'd ever met, broke her hip and went nuts.
Mm.
And then she passed away. It's like, that's not great.
right.
This is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
very
And
much.
so
great.
she loves them.
And I did not mean that at all, Gigi.
No,
I just
she knows.
want to make sure.
She'll say something, but she knows that. But also that it wasn't, I went shopping for her trip with her friends. No, like your mother loves her grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
She also loves the Lord quite a bit.
She does.
So for her granddaughter to be going on a big girl mission trip,
Mm-hmm.
and then she has to go help her buy clothes for that,
Right.
gosh, that's absolutely the greatest.
Yeah.
Now, besides saying, who cares? There's an obvious poor response. My granddaughter, just the other
The other
day,
story. The
my
other story.
grandson, whatever.
Yeah,
blah, blah.
Yep.
When I went with
The
my
one upper.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But what else? Give me other bad ones. There's a
What I
bunch
do
here.
want to say,
Who cares?
you
We
can't-
already heard it. Okay. I don't know what your beef is with Sally. I encourage you to be open, honest, and vulnerable. Sit down with her.
oh gosh. No, what I was going to say is you can tell stories about your own kids, but
Not right then.
not right then. Join them first and really, give it praise and all that. And no, I very much celebrate all that. I would say like something along the lines of like, man, I celebrate that. That's so awesome. And it sounds like Abby's on her way to do awesome work and get closer to God and that kind of stuff.
Isn't it a bad idea that she's going to the Dominican Republic?
Kind of scary
It's
place,
kinda
isn't
scary.
it?
It's
Gosh, there's a
14
lot
years
of.
old. Wow.
Phew, isn't that right?
Aren't
Isn't that
you-
connected to Haiti?
Haiti, which is like one of the poorest countries in the
Well,
world.
trafficking, I think.
Yeah.
She could
Jeez, are
disappear.
you sure?
I don't know. Plus,
Did
I mean,
God really say that?
she's close with the Lord now, but you know what? She's still only, 14, 15?
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh, wait till high school hits.
those are not good ways.
Man, we could do this
not
for a
good.
long
Yeah,
time.
good.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do. No, I love when a good grandma has a good grandma story.
Yeah.
So let's go negative before we finish positive.
All right.
P. Dickey.
Yeah.
Actually, within he's going to go positive than negative.
Okay.
P. Dickey down at Montgomery County, Young Life in West Virginia, always one of the lowest 5 zip codes in America for poverty. Their Walmart closed. I love telling that story. That lets you understand.
Right.
We are at Young Life Camp at Rockbridge. That's what he does. The positive is I got to spend a few days here with my boys, most of which have never experienced anything like this before, and a few who literally live on a fighting chicken farm.
Wow.
I mean, I bring some further south kids to camp. I never brought some.
Yeah.
Notice he went chicken fighting. By the
Yeah.
way.
Right.
Maybe they're also
Not
female.
chicken farm.
Well, no.
Like
Another word for a male chicken.
Or what you do.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But maybe they put the girls in there.
Little Jerry.
So it is chicken.
Little Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes. Wait, you got the chicken, you got the hen, and you got the rooster. If the chicken's doing it, all right.
That's perverse.
Reverse. I'm not sure if that makes them more or less comfortable with camp and how wild it is, because camp really does push the envelope.
Yeah.
But so let's celebrate that.
Yes.
For sure.
That
Man.
is awesome.
Yeah.
And I pray that hearts are changed and supernatural things happen. And
You're going from a chicken fighting farm to like
A
rope
resort for high
swings
school
and-
kids. Yes.
now, is
Yeah.
that the same one our kids are going to, or is this a
No,
different one?
the Rockbridge is in Virginia.
Okay.
It's now I'm old. As you say, it's one of our newer camps. It's probably 15 years old
Sure.
at this
Sure.
point.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to Timberwolf Lake up in Michigan,
Got it.
which another thing RD said when he took kids there when they first opened about 10 years ago. The 2 different kids, he got phone calls from their parents after they came back and like, tell me about this camp again, because my son just keeps talking about how beautiful the grass was. And he's like, it's just northern Michigan grass and they maintain it really well. And
Of all
it
the
blew-
things.
of all the
the
things, you know, we always tell
The grass
kids,
was very
He's like,
fine.
we got some work to do here, Mom.
yeah,
the lines. the lines are so-
landscaping crew, great.
Yeah.
You are showing them heaven on earth. Good job. But we
Yeah,
gotta,
right.
like, we always tell
That's so
kids,
funny.
like, if they make a commitment to Christ, that you don't go home and say, hey, Mom, guess what? I became a Christian and I'm going to heaven and you're not. Like, no, don't do that. You know, we don't tell them, don't say the grass was the best part. So Rockbridge is great. And, you know, we could talk a lot about Young Life Camp, but I mean, like Bjorn Trowery once said when he went to camp, he's now part of the Meta transition team living in San Francisco. It's probably day 2. He goes, man, I can't believe when I go home, I got to smack my mama. And I was like, wait, why? He goes, she never fed me like this because the food was so good and stuff like that. He didn't really do it. So we do. We celebrate that. It's going to be a great time. Like they're going to eat better than they've ever eaten.
Yeah.
They're going to sleep. I mean, it's great.
That's so awesome. So exciting.
On the other hand.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, how would people screw that up? You know, yeah, but then these kids got to go back home.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Got to
What if
come
they
down
don't
from that
commit?
mountaintop sometime.
And hey, I hope they make a decision to follow Christ or it's all for nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Plus, they probably didn't pay. So
Yeah.
what a waste of donors' money. The low spot
Man.
is that he says, I was on crutches the whole week of camp
Oh no.
because I hurt myself. putting on a t-shirt.
Oh no.
A knee injury because of a t-shirt.
Oh, man.
So I'm experiencing what it looks like at my 22nd year of Young Life camping, including my body breaking down.
Oh man, sorry, buddy. Man,
What a bummer
sucks.
that is. All the
so
things.
cumbersome.
Just-
like trying to get across
Yes.
camp from
Just
I don't know, is it
walking.
cabins to the mess hall? You know, camp
Dining hall. It's not military. Okay,
yeah,
please.
or Boy Scouts.
Sure.
And
Oh, the armpits.
the things that you can't
Anything.
participate in that you're really looking forward to. Like,
And by the way, we've glossed over the fact
well, I have it, or
that he did it putting on a
Yeah,
t-shirt.
I mean that's
yeah.
Not, he had fallen and I dove and
Yeah.
torrent. Nope.
Some
Putting on-
crazy
putting
story.
on a shirt.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and the mortality of it all. Like, I get it, P. Dicky. Like, we're not
yeah.
infinite human beings. Like,
right.
gosh, I mean, I don't care for that at all.
I didn't mean I neglected. You didn't neglect. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Right. Something about Sally you want to throw in there?
Who cares?
So he says we are at Young Life, but then he also said I was on crutches the whole week, so I don't know if he's on their way back. But if not, bring it home strong and get some ice. Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will
Better
conclude
soon.
with a very mountaintoppy type thing. Anita Choma,
Yeah.
dear friend of ours, just went through a major. Speaking of
Yeah.
your mom going through
She's
things,
going through it.
Anita had big heart surgery, and out of nowhere, so I don't say the worst kind, but like where just scary.
She's been in and out.
and just beaten up from it. She said, I have a top of the hill celebration. I've finally turned the corner and I'm starting to feel like myself. It was a very long 2.5 month. It was a very long 2.5 month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful time now. I just have to remember to take it slow.
Yeah, just wait till it all kicks back in though. I mean,
Well, that's if there's no
your
complications.
body's so weak right now that just wait.
She's one that if she's listening, she's one that loves a hug from me. She loves when I give her a hug. And I can't wait to give you a big hug, Anita. Can't wait. It's gonna be
Yeah,
great
you want to
see
go
you.
soft on that.
Yeah,
not to the old-
But it'll be gentle, it'll be good hug. It'll be solid,
No, but I mean that you're going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
But finally, yes,
Yeah.
I am better.
Yeah.
And I, you guys tell me this. I think this is good comfort, but maybe it isn't. Like, for example, I was talking to somebody tonight who said, I've just had a really bad week. And I was like, I'm sorry. And they resisted. They're like, no, it's fine. And I went, now listen, I know other people have it worse.
Yeah.
It can still suck though. And they're like, well, that's true. So like with Anita, man, it's kind of brutal that to feel normal is a mountaintop.
Mm-hmm.
And I recognize, man, you've been through war.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at a moment you go, I feel myself. And that's
a major
the best
victory.
news in a
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
Like that's sobering.
Yeah.
So I think that's joining her.
For
and maybe
sure.
helping identify, because it's not cool,
Yeah.
but it's like you're still in a bit of a journey,
Yeah.
So there. So we celebrate with her. And
Yeah.
we don't tear her
Absolutely.
down.
No.
I do want to share a quick health update of my own. Alpha Gal's still going great. Eating meat, eating cheese, dairy. It's all good. It's all
So
fine.
happy about that for you.
So the one thing I walked away from, because he told me he had this supplement that helps bring your immune system into balance, is the word he used.
Okay.
Sprayed underneath your tongue. I looked it up online. It's a nootropic, whatever. It's normally used for muscle aches and pains, but it can also be used, and it's obviously holistic. It's not like it's a
Wait, like you use it topically, like if you have a muscle pain in your
in
arm?
a cream for it fashion,
Okay,
but
okay.
mine's in a spray.
Okay. All right.
4 times a day, whatever else. Doesn't taste bad. Kind of
So
tastes
you
like
are using it.
I was using it.
Okay.
Starting about Thursday, Friday, I was like, I feel like I have a bit of a sore throat. And I was like, but it's not like it doesn't burn or anything else, but it would happen late in the day. Like my throat was getting thin throughout the day.
And you drink water.
I drink a lot of water and I
Yeah.
take a little bit of salt every day as well to get
Yeah.
the electrolytes.
And you said that he said it's for your immune system.
It brings it into balance.
Yeah,
And
okay.
my immune system historically is on crack. It's ready to fight anything. So I thought that'd be a good thing. Well, then not yesterday. don't think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day. No, it was yesterday. I woke up and, the throat was a little sore in the morning. I'm like, well, that's different. And I'd stopped taking it like Monday. I was like, all right, I'm done taking it. Let's see if that's what it is. Because, and for everybody who sits at the table, I don't get sick. That's one of the beauties of having an immune system or that's on crack. On the other hand, it ate my thyroid. So that's a bad part. But, and it was middle of the day and I sneezed a couple times and I don't ever sneeze, and I was like, oh boy. And my head felt a little fuzzy, whatever else. And I'm like, oh man. And then like it kind of went away and the throat was still there. And then today it's just been a little bit there, but it's not as bad. But that's the whole story. And I'm hypervigilant and aware of my body more than anyone else is.
Yeah.
So it could be different weather.
Mm-hmm.
Could be my immune system. Because my thought was, what if it did bring it into balance? And I've got all these latent germs like,
Yeah,
finally,
the wall
let's
is down.
go.
The gate's open, boys.
Oh, I have one other thing to share that has nothing to do with anything, but I shared it with your wife. I don't know if I mentioned it to you. I was listening to Blurry Creatures, trying to find something that would maybe match the sermon I was doing. Did I tell you this? I didn't tell you this. And there was one on the neuroscience of spiritual warfare. And I was like, well, that's interesting. With Busy Gold, Bizzie, last name
that's a person.
Gold. Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Did you listen to that
I
episode?
started listening to it when I was cutting grass.
So in general, the episode's fascinating because I've been saying for weeks at church, when something goes wrong in your life, is it physical? Is it emotional? Or is it spiritual? Is it a physical ailment? Is it an emotional upsetting moment? Or is it a spiritual attack? And the answer is most likely all three, but to what degree? Well, she literally talks about this, but she is 1 minute in, 2 minutes into her introduction of who she is. And I think to myself, is there any chance she's not hot? I'm not watching it. I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
So of course, get my phone out, pop, 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 pop. Smoke show, blonde, gorgeous, whatever. I shared that with your mom and Kim Mulaski. I'm like, why couldn't she have been 350 pounds chewing on a piece of pepperoni or something? Why is it? But her whole system, it's worth listening to. It's fascinating. Like does not have her PhD or her master's. God gave her this way of mapping childhood trauma. It's a lot of sort of combining Chase Hughes with Lunchtime in Rome with, I don't want to say Pentecostal, but a heavy spiritual, like, well, these types of demons attack this type of childhood trauma and this map, and they help you map it. It's a wild episode. There's times, and they go into different dimensions and, and there's times like, I'm like, I don't think I understand a word you're saying right now, but it left me really hungry. Which leads me to ask the question, what's the best thing you've eaten lately besides via La Ropa Vieja?
Sabara, Colombia.
Is it, that's the place?
Yeah.
But it was Ropa Vieja or something. It's like stringy meat is what they call it. Ropa.
I don't know if I said that.
You didn't, but I was assuming that's something that they would make.
Yeah, I don't remember.
What else was
I
great?
really remember what I had.
Eric, anything?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. We haven't really,
Haven't had any food lately.
well, we haven't eaten any
Nothing remarkable.
anything different,
Sure.
outside. But I have been using a cookbook that Amy wanted for Christmas to cook some stuff. What?
I just like that Amy wanted the cookbook.
Yeah.
I've been using a
it.
cookbook that Amy wanted.
Yeah. But and I've made a few recipes. There's a mac and cheese recipe in there because Mags loves mac and cheese, and I made it. And the title of the recipe is Better Than Boxed Macaroni and Cheese, and it is better than boxed macaroni and cheese. But I like a little tang in my macaroni and cheese, so I've been experimenting and adding like mustard powder or some Dijon dressing, or Dijon mustard, things like that to get that tang. I think I have it kind of where I want it. I also might add some different types of cheeses.
Sure, why not?
Because it's really like better Velveeta cheese.
Mhm.
The other thing that I'm using is it's made by I'm gonna ruin the name, but it's the Italian
Delalos.
yeah.
Known as pasta.
I've
That's probably what they're saying.
I would use Nona's, but they have one. It's called Shelbo's.
Shelbo's.
Shelbo.
Shelbo.
Shelbo from
Is that,
Delalos.
is that the cut? of pasta?
Yes, so it's
The
like
shell boat.
it's like a
Elbow macaroni. But
elbow
it's,
macaroni,
but it's
but
opened.
it's open on one side and closed on the other, so it looks kind of like a seashell, but it holds the cheese so well.
Ah,
That
which
sounds like
is-
a good
yeah.
vessel for cheese.
So, and that was my idea. It wasn't in the recipe. I was like, I'm gonna
Nice.
try
I like
that.
it.
So yeah,
that sounds good.
yeah.
May I also add a cheese mac and cheese story?
Please.
Yeah, I've also been making mac and cheese recently, just
You guys should be friends.
on a whim. The other, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So I am using Nona's pasta. That really doesn't matter what cut. It kind of does, but
It
they're all-
does and it doesn't.
They're all good.
Yeah.
They're all good, but yeah, I've just been throwing like different shredded cheeses in, a little bit of heavy
Blue.
cream. Yeah, blue cheese. Well, it sounds. I might be.
Get that tang.
But anyways, been making it. And
Now your tagline.
a couple weeks
Like
ago,
that tank.
a couple weeks ago, I did some pork ribs, and then shredded them.
Oh,
Put
pork,
them
mac
in.
and cheese.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
it was
talking
really
about.
good.
So I have two quick updates. One is the best things I've eaten lately. Of course, this is going to sound arrogant because I made them, but then again,
You make good stuff.
I don't eat anywhere else. I don't think so. Where was I in? Yeah, no.
Dusty's been talking about that a lot lately
Right.
because like I don't get steak out a lot,
Mm.
because like I can cook a good steak with
Sure.
the cheat code of a
Yeah,
sous
why
vide.
would you? Why would you spend 4 times?
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
So I've been making my arroz con pollo griddle style. It's not legit arroz con pollo because that you make it in a pot and the rice cooks in the pot, but I just do it on the flat top. But I've made it now because of the alpha gal. I've been making a lot. I've got it down pat, and it's just delightful. It's just, and
Yeah,
the whole
it's
family
good.
can eat it. I put cayenne on it before I eat it, so it's got a little spice.
Yeah.
But it's just so delightful. And then I've been doing a hibachi chicken, and the hard part with that on the flat top is I put a good bit of sugar in the marinade, and it can singe up a little bit,
Caramelize a little bit.
Yeah, it'll singe
Yeah.
up, but it's just been fun. But the other thing is, for Tyler and Kira's baby shower, which was Sunday, Jan
Mm-hmm.
asked if we would bring 2 plates of cheesy potatoes, which is one of Rachel's 2 dishes she makes, along with the cornbread casserole. I asked for permission. Could I make a chefy one? And Rachel makes the normal one. And she was like, sure, that'd be great. So hilarious. Like, Rachel wasn't aware that I was doing that, even though I had told her, because I had like the Havarti jalapeno, and she's like, you use cheddar. And I'm like, no, I'm making it different, but that's not how you make it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, that's how I make it. And she did good. Like, she barely was hitting her head. Like, no. But it was really fun. I used jalapenos. I made bacon, put the bacon in there. I put 4 slices of American cheese to get a little more pull in there.
Yeah.
And I used the Havarti, and then I used, go ahead.
It's just surprising to me that you would even touch American cheese.
You want a nice stringy something, you put some
Yeah.
American
Wow,
in there.
That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually
That's why people tell you like the best grilled cheese is, there's a dog barking upstairs. Don't worry about it.
you have to include some American cheese.
Yeah, to get that
because
little,
you get that. It's a good melting cheese.
Mhm.
Or Munster. Munster's also
Munster's-
a good
oh, yeah,
one
Munster's
to
a
melt.
big
Monster.
Yeah, because I actually watched this guy. He has a YouTube channel, and he tries to recreate different foods. So he'll look up the ingredients and try to get like the right amount, and he remakes American cheese. It's real cheese mixed with like one chemical,
to neutralize it.
right?
And I learned that in microeconomics
yeah,
class.
and
in
I don't think
Indiana.
it's not really a bad chemical.
What kind of cheese is it? Cheddar?
all kinds of cheeses.
Oh,
That's
it's
why
like
it's
the
American.
it's like the hot dog.
They take like leftover clumps and trumps and dumps, and I mean maybe the American cheese they have now is specifically made from
I think
chemicals.
yeah.
But originally it was a melting pot.
I got you.
And they would put a deflavoring agent and a decoloring agent so that all the essences would be removed.
I will say though, Land O'Lakes is my favorite one. I don't buy anything other.
No craft
Well, no, like I've tried Coon's version of it, and it's not good. Like
of
because
American cheese. Oh, you mean like
Yeah.
from the deli?
Like from the deli.
yeah,
Okay.
Oh, I'm talking prepackaged.
yeah, but Land O'Lakes is the best one.
Sure. So, but here's the interesting part in the educational component, and then the self realization moment. Is I took the extra Havarti and ground it myself, grated it, I should say.
The
And I did with
jalapeno Havarti.
yes,
Yeah.
and
Havarti.
Rachel's leftover
Havarti.
cheddar. So that's what you put on top.
Mhm.
And she was like, "No, you use whatever cheese, no whatever shredded cheese,
Yeah.
which is pre-shredded,
Mhm.
which you
No,
don't.
You don't.
You don't.
ever use that. You got. Yeah. I haven't bought shredded cheese.
shredded cheese in forever." But she's like, "Yes, you put the shaky cheese, whatever."
Shaky cheese.
But what was crazy was mine had a huge pool and hers did not.
Yeah.
Because it was the coagulated
Yes.
or
it's so
decoagulating.
gross. Yeah. It's
you know.
oily.
But I
It's
turned
so
and
gross.
Mary Lynn, I turned to her. I said, "It's not a competition." I said, "But I'm losing because there was more gone of hers
Yeah.
than mine." And then I came back later. I'm like, "Well, it's not a competition, and I'm winning."
Brian, you take us out since you haven't
Yeah.
been here in a while. You take us out tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently that's it for episode 326, titled episode 326. Join us next week for episode
I
327.
like what you did there.
Thanks for joining us at the table for Lunchtime in Rome.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.